can see a dumbbell on the floor. One thing is for sure is that you always want more. You're always very demanding and commanding. You're a leader in the box. Put on your socks. What does the fox say? Have you gone to the bay? What is it that you always want to say? Is this your time? Is this your day? Is it the month of May? You're really trying to make some gains. What are your claims? And what are your accusations? Have you ever gone to the station? Sometimes you're going to get put through your paces. Today you're not really at the races. Issues is all he faces. We really wish he can get out of that rut. He's got it in his gut, that natural instinct. Some things are succinct. Have you entered the precinct? Be clear and distinct. He really did. He fully blinked and winked. Don't let the ship sink. Oh well. It's not the ship sinked. It's the ship sank. Have you got enough energy left in the tank? How much money have you got in the bank? You're a high status, a high rank, very high caliber. Your car has calipers, the things that you see near the brake pedal. Put your foot on the pedal. Heavy metal is my least favorite type of music. Just do it. If you've got a hunch, then go 100% towards it. I'm all for it. Speaking of hunches, are you a fan of dinners or brunches? He always likes his munches, aka food, things he gets to chew on. Put your shoe on. I'm really freestyling off the top. Don't let the penny drop. If you keep going, then you'll have to stop. Move on to a different chapter. What's the end result? It does not matter. What is the key factor in this attack? He's always making racks. Please take a step back. Do you wish to retract or redact your statement? Rescind it. If you aren't part of the team, then you've lost, you've binned it. Throw it away in the can. Be the man. Do any objective you have approach any objective that you have with a plan, because you always can. Do what seems impossible. He's lost them all. He's really gone off track. He's never coming back. If the manager's not doing the job, then you give him the sack. Who did you pack in that FIFA pack? Was it a player that would give you a lot of coins, like 10 racks, aka 10k, or even 100k? That's pretty decent, I'll say. Right now I can see a chair to my left. But yeah, have you ever committed a major crime? No, you haven't. That's good. In GTA there's the crime of theft. In the hood, characters like Franklin, he's a tank king. In GTA 5 there's tanks that you can operate. Are you soft or are you sedate? Please do not be late. What is your fate? What things do you hate? Right now life is great. He sate, reclined in a grove. Have you put the fire on the stove or the hove? Have you been to Brighton and Hove Albion? Shout out to Alex Albon, the Formula 1 driver, competing for Williams Racing. What food are you tasting? What food are you making? Whatever you're stealing, please stop taking it. Put it back to where it belongs. You already know the song. Don't do what's wrong, do what's right. The end goal is definitely in sight. Fly your kite nice and high. You can see it in the sky. You can feel the lies. You can feel the beauty of your eye. I spy with my little eye something beginning with P. That's a piano. You're the man though. Please don't be a sado or a sadist. Are you sun-kissed? Right now life is bliss. Are you taking the piss? Don't take the mick. Have you ever heard of Mick Schumacher, the German Formula 1 driver? He drove for Haas, but he can always take his game higher. I really wonder how inspired you are by things that seem way too far to achieve, but don't believe that. Whatever you can envision, you can do that. For example, if you want to be a top table tennis player, all you've got to do is grab the bat, take the game by the scruff of the neck. There's a TikToker called Noah Beck. Birds often tend to peck, the woodpecker often tends to peck wood. Do what you should, do what you could. The question is, would you have done so? Don't be dumb, bro, or a dumbo. Do things for fun, though. That dumbbell weighs a ton, though. Have you gone to the tunnel? If you want to filter stuff, use a funnel. I'm not no one of the mill kind of guy. I like to stand out and be different. From time to time, some things don't cost a dime, they're free of charge. Please be respectful, do not barge. One of the Simpsons' main characters is Marge. Are you a lieutenant or are you a sarge? The guy who's one of the higher ups in the military, are you a fan of Cadbury and dairy products, aka cheese? If you want something, then say please. Do what you need, but you must pay the fees. Are you a fan of yogurt or something else? Like another dairy food, such as milk, your first touch is as smooth as silk. But yeah, obviously cows don't drink milk, they drink water. Don't be a lamb to the slaughter, or a lamb for the slaughter. I can see deodorant in the corner of my eye. The price for that is not too high. It's a fairly cheap product unless you buy some luxury designer edition. Are you a man on a mission? You've clearly got vision, like Lionel Messi. It was his destiny to win that World Cup. He took the dub. And yeah, took his nation to glory. What an incredible story. Are you for me or against me? You've probably never met me. I'm speaking to an audience through the camera. This is quite fun, this is banter. It's all for fun, so the results don't really matter. At the end of the day, you've got to focus on yourself. Focus on your health. If you care about money, focus on your wealth. Don't just kind of hide into the shadows like you're some sort of stealth warrior. Have you got some euphoria about what's to come? Obviously, you were created by your father and your mom. Some things are fun to others, but not as fun. No. Some things are fun to others, but not as fun to you. If you want, you can always come through and do what you need to do. Have you ever gone for a poo in the loo? Have you been to Waterloo? Have you gone to a London zoo? There's all sorts of animals on display, all sorts of animals on show. Stay on your toes, because one might come out to get you. Although, to be fair, in London, we know that you're fair, alright. You won't really need to worry about an animal being right in your eye line, right in your sight, or right up close to you, because of the cages. Those things will protect you for ages. No creature will really get up over that. Obviously in Africa it's a different story. From personal experience, the animals get very close. They're almost trying to flex and trying to boast, getting all up in your face, because they want a taste of your face. Now, not really, but they just are quite interactive. Some statements are redactive, things you can retract. Be proactive. Are you always active, or are you always just chilling, not really doing much, or not really working out? Have you got any clout? If not, it doesn't really matter. Numbers are relevant, popularity is irrelevant too. But yeah, you just got to do what you got to do. Bring something new to the table. You really are well and truly able and capable of doing things that others dream of doing. You've already really showed great signs of improving. How are you moving? how are you doing? Some things are often taken out of context. Whatever you do, do your best. You already know the rest. Put your skills to the test. How much can you lift? Is it 10 kg or something even greater? If you want water, you want food, then just please ask the waiter. Have you ever dated her or not? Please do not act like a robot, act like a human being. I really wonder what you're seeing. Why are you fleeing? Stop gleeing. Join the meeting. I can see that you're vexed, you're seething. Please keep it going, keep it breathing, keep the dream alive and kicking. What are you wishing? Have you ever used LinkedIn? Please take the win instead of the L. You can always hear the sound of the bell ringing. When do you plan on linking? I'd really love to hear you singing, because your voice is like an angel. Do you want to hear a story? Do you want to hear a fable? I know one called The Hare and the Tortoise. You bought this. It's a very cool item. Please keep styling your crib out. It looks very nice. I love what it's about. Patience is a virtue. Who do you want to serve you? You've got to be in by curfew. Keep track of the time. Are you a psychic type like Mr. Mime? That's a Pokemon. I wonder what show you're on. Just show what you've got. Show all your talent and ability. You're always down to get a win with me on COD. That's a game. That's a lot of fun. Do what needs to be done. Are you having fun? Hopefully you are. I know that you're a superstar, the person that everyone's talking about. You really have defo got some clout. What are you all about? Are you headed south? Are you going in or out of the house? Playing cat and mouse, aka a game of chase with your mate. What is your fate? Who do you wish to date? Who do you rate? Please don't make it obvious. Please don't make it bait. Don't be late to the party. You've got to be a rapper like Hardy. Caprio, have you heard of an actor called Leonardo DiCaprio? That guy's your bro. That guy's someone you defo know. He's a very famous Donny. If you're going to a shop, then I'd advise you use a trolley. It's a helpful shopping tool. We always know that you played ball since you were a little kid. Have you heard of a character called Uthid from a certain game called Horizon Zero Dawn? A new era has been born. Right now you're torn between two different options, two different choices. He's happy, he's praising, he rejoices. What choice is this? I thought this was going to be bliss, but it's actually hard. It's not as easy as piss. You can really run down the list because the list goes on and on, keeps on going. Are you an English baller like Phil Foden? What do you need to show in order to get those people on your side? What laws do you abide by? Within whom can you confide? Have you got any pride or dignity kept inside of you? I'm tired of you, but yeah, keep that integrity. You can always be friends with me. Have you read the recipe? Have you seen the plenary? Sometimes things tend to be a little bit sticky. Spill the beans, spill the tea. Who do you want to be? Feel free to state who your inspiration is. Are you part of the showbiz, or are you in it for more than that? Right now, I have decent vision. I'm not as blind as a bat. Is your favorite pet a dog or a cat? Right now he's chilling. He's sat in the sofa. He's a bit of a loafer. If you want toast, then use a toaster. Don't be a boaster or a moaner. Have you ever seen the Mona Lisa? Glad to meet you. Here's some pizza. Have you gone to the pizzeria? Nice to see you. Have you got diarrhea? Wouldn't want to be you, because that's a bit of a peak situation to be placed in. The game's always there for the taking. I can see a bird flying outside my window. How's it been, bro? Are you doing well? Or what the flip is that smell? Right now, This place is like a dystopia, almost like I live in hell. But yeah, if you're there, just ring the bell to inform me of your presence. The light shows great effervescence. It's really sparkling and bubbling. It's really up to something. Drumming that boy up to something. Are you coming? Why are you running? Please stop gunning on Call of Duty. Some things are quite juicy. Are you in the two-seater? If you need more fuel, you need to get an extra liter. Things are, getting taller by the meter. If you want to pay a rapper for a feature, that's always something you can do. Feel free if that's for you. But yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo Sue. I know it's Sui. But yeah, I really got no peas. But please share, brother, some dough. You already know, 'cause I'm your bro.